What if I told you that every challenge you faced, every sleepless night, every tear you've cried was not in vain? What if I asked you, how often do you pray, truly pray, with a heart wide open to receive? And when was the last time you stepped into a church, not out of obligation, but with an earnest desire to reconnect with the divine? These questions aren't meant to condemn. They're meant to awaken. Because every challenge you faced, every sleepless night, every tear you've cried has led you to this very moment, this message, this calling from God Himself. What if the pain you've endured was not just a burden, but a seed planted deep within the soil of your soul, waiting to grow into the most beautiful of blessings you've ever imagined? Would you let that seed wither, or would you water it with faith and perseverance? These are not just questions. These are divine whispers, meant to wake you up to a truth that you've been too busy, too distracted, or too doubtful to hear. The truth is, my dear child, this message is your wake-up call. Not from me, not from any earthly power, but from God Himself. Stop for a moment and think about the world we live in. We're surrounded by chaos, wars, division, heartbreak, and despair. We run tirelessly in circles, chasing fleeting things, money, status, validation from strangers. And yet, in the quiet moments, we feel empty. Have you ever wondered why? It's because we've been filling our lives with noise, drowning out the most important voice of all, the voice of God. Right now, as you read this message, you are at a crossroads. This isn't just another motivational speech, another fleeting word of encouragement. This is a divine intervention. This is your Creator, your Heavenly Father, reaching out to you with a love so deep and pure that it defies comprehension. You might think, why me? Why now? But let me ask you this. Why not you? Why not now? Have you ever stopped to consider the intricate plan that has brought you to this very moment? You see, God doesn't make mistakes. Every experience you've had, every obstacle you've faced, and every joy you've celebrated has been orchestrated with divine precision. He has been patiently waiting for this moment, the moment you'd stumble across this message and something deep within you would stir. Perhaps it's a spark of hope, a sense of conviction, or even an overwhelming flood of emotions. Whatever it is, don't push it aside. That feeling is the gentle yet powerful knock of God at the door of your heart. He's not demanding, He's inviting. But here's the undeniable truth. That door won't remain open forever. Opportunities, no matter how divine, require action. God's blessings are infinite and eternal, but they are also contingent on one thing: your willingness to believe and take that first step forward in faith. Imagine the possibilities that await when you say yes to this moment, to this calling. Trust in His timing, trust in His purpose, and trust in the extraordinary blessings that are waiting to unfold. The only question left is, will you step forward, or will you let this chance pass you by? This isn't just about you. It's about your family, your future, and the legacy you're building with every decision you make. Consider the ripple effect of every action you take. Think about the people who look up to you, the lives you touch, and the stories you're writing with every choice, even without realizing it. Imagine the child who sees you as their hero, the friend who finds strength in your courage, or the stranger whose day you brighten with a simple act of kindness. Every moment matters. God has placed you on this earth for a reason, a purpose so profound that it surpasses human understanding. You are part of a divine tapestry, a thread woven with care into a masterpiece that spans eternity. But here's the challenge. It's time to stop running from your destiny. Fear, doubt, and the opinions of others are merely shadows that fade in the light of God's truth. If you've ever felt like the world is against you, remember this. God is for you. And when God is for you, nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand against you. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. The creator of the universe, the one who spoke galaxies into existence, is on your side. Imagine the immensity of his power, the same power that designed the intricate balance of life, the oceans, the stars, and the very breath you are taking right now. He's not just a distant deity, he's a loving father, deeply invested in every detail of your life. It means that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Not fear, not doubt, not the pain of your past. It means that every storm you face will bow before the power of his love, which is as unyielding as it is infinite. Consider for a moment all the battles you fought, some that felt insurmountable, yet here you are, still standing. That's not a coincidence. That's grace. But here's the key. You have to make a choice. Free will is both a gift and a responsibility. It's the bridge between the life you're living and the life you're destined to live. Choosing God isn't just about religion. It's about relationship. It's about saying yes to the one who knows you better than you know yourself. Think about the love it takes to create someone as unique as you. Your smile, your quirks, your strengths, even your struggles. Every part of you is known and cherished by him. So why hesitate? What holds you back from trusting a love so perfect and a plan so divine? Maybe it's fear of the unknown, or perhaps the weight of past mistakes. But remember this, God's grace is greater than your failures. His mercy is new every morning, offering you a fresh start no matter how far you've strayed. When you trust him, you're not just stepping into faith, you're stepping into freedom. Freedom from the chains of insecurity, anxiety, and despair. You're stepping into a life where every step is guided by his wisdom and covered by his protection. Imagine living without the constant burden of worry, knowing that the creator of time and space is orchestrating every detail for your good. This doesn't mean life will be without challenges. It means you'll face those challenges with a strength that isn't your own. You'll discover that in your weakest moments, his power is made perfect. But this opportunity isn't eternal. Every moment you delay is a moment lost. Don't let hesitation rob you of the blessings that await. Picture a door before you, glowing with light and promise. That door represents the future God has prepared for you. A future filled with purpose, joy, and abundance. Will you open it or will you walk away? The choice is yours. But remember, the door won't stay open forever. God is patient, but he's also calling you to act, to step into the destiny he's designed specifically for you. So I ask again, will you trust him? Will you take that step of faith, knowing that on the other side lies a destiny filled with blessings, purpose, and eternal joy? The choice is yours, but the opportunity is fleeting. Don't let it pass you by. Choosing to trust God is not just about blind faith. It's about stepping into a relationship with the one who knows you better than you know yourself. Think about that. The creator of the universe, who intricately wove together every part of your being, knows every thought you think, every struggle you face, and every dream you hold dear. It's about letting go of the fears that chain you, the doubts that cloud your vision, and the voices that tell you you're not enough. Those chains, doubts, and voices are not your truth. Your truth is that you are enough because he is enough. And when you walk in alignment with his will, you unlock a power within you that transcends human limitations. It's a power that transforms fear into courage, weakness into strength, and despair into unshakable hope. This is not just about finding peace or achieving success. It's about stepping into your divine inheritance. It's about understanding that you were created for greatness, not by the world's standards, but by God's. His greatness isn't measured in wealth or accolades. It's measured in love, service, and the lives you touch. Imagine the person God created you to be, a beacon of light in a world that desperately needs hope, a voice of truth in a sea of lies, a source of love in a world aching with pain. Becoming that person isn't just possible, it's your destiny. So I ask again, Will you trust him? Will you take that step of faith, knowing that on the other side lies a destiny filled with blessings, purpose, and eternal joy? It's not an easy step, and it requires letting go of the familiar and stepping into the unknown. But remember this, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Whatever you feel you lack, he will provide. Whatever you fear, he will overcome. The choice is yours. But the opportunity is fleeting. Don't let it pass you by. Picture this moment as a crossroad in your life. One path is safe, predictable, and familiar, but it's filled with the same struggles, doubts, and limitations you faced before. The other path is unknown and requires faith, but it's illuminated by God's promises and filled with his bold blessings. Imagine walking that path, feeling the weight of your fears and doubts lift with every step, discovering strength you never knew you had, and seeing doors open that you never thought possible. This is the path God is calling you to take. It's not just a better life, it's the life you were created for. Every moment you delay is a moment lost. God is calling you now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but now. Because readiness isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting the one who does. The opportunity to trust him and step into your destiny is a gift. But like all gifts, it must be accepted to be enjoyed. Don't let hesitation rob you of the blessings that await. The time is now. Trust him. Take that step. Become the person you were always meant to be. The choice is yours, but the door won't stay open forever. Choose wisely, and don't let this moment pass you by. Think about this. Every breath you take is a gift, a testament to the grace and love of a creator who has never stopped believing in you. Each sunrise that paints the sky in hues of hope, each heartbeat that rhythmically reminds you of life's fragility and beauty, and each small victory that whispers, "You can do this," are God's way of telling you, "I am still here. I am with you." Even in moments when you felt alone, abandoned, or defeated, he has been steadfast, quietly working in the background of your life, guiding you through storms you didn't think you'd survive. These gifts are not mere coincidences. They are intentional acts of love designed to remind you that you are never forgotten. But here's the truth. Gifts are meant to be opened, cherished, and embraced, not ignored or taken for granted. Imagine receiving the most precious treasure and leaving it untouched, its value unrealized. That's what happens when we turn away from God's blessings. God's blessings are like a life-giving rain, abundant and ready to pour down upon the driest, most barren places of your life. Picture a parched field, cracked and desolate, longing for rain. When the rain comes, it doesn't just wet the surface, it seeps deep into the soil, bringing life, color, and growth where there was once only desolation. This is what God's grace does for your soul. But if you close the door of your heart, if you shield yourself from his love, you'll never experience the rejuvenating downpour of his grace. And let me tell you, there is no greater tragedy than a life lived without purpose, without direction, and without a connection to the one who created you. Purpose is what gives life meaning, and that purpose is rooted in him. To live without it is to wander aimlessly, missing out on the joy, peace, and fulfillment that come from knowing and walking with God. Imagine for a moment what your life could look like if you fully embrace this truth. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of clarity and direction, knowing that every step you take is guided by a higher purpose. Imagine the joy of seeing your struggles transformed into testimonies, your pain into strength, and your doubts into unshakable faith. This is not a fantasy. It is the reality God has prepared for you. But it requires one thing, your willingness to say yes to him. It requires you to open your heart, to trust in his plan, and to let his blessings flow freely into your life. The door to this life is open, but it won't stay open forever. Don't let fear, doubt, or hesitation keep you from walking through it. God's love is infinite, but the opportunity to fully embrace it is fleeting. Don't wait until it's too late. Step into the life you were meant to live and let His grace transform you from the inside out. So here it is, plain and simple. This is your moment. This is your chance to step into a life that is richer, fuller, and more meaningful than you've ever dreamed possible. But it starts with you saying yes. Yes to faith. Yes to love. Yes to the blessings that are waiting just on the other side of your doubts. God is speaking to you right now, not in a booming voice from the heavens, but through this message, through the beating of your heart, through the tears you might be holding back. Don't ignore Him. Don't walk away. Don't let the door close. Subscribe to Almighty God, not just with a click or a comment, but with your life, your choices, your heart. Because when you align yourself with God's will, you unlock doors you never even knew existed. You tap into a power that can move mountains, heal wounds, and restore what was lost. And most importantly, you step into the arms of a Father who has been waiting for you, with open arms, ready to shower you with a love that is beyond anything this world can offer. So tell me, what will it be? The choice is yours. But remember this, God's blessings are eternal, but the opportunity to receive them is not. Make the choice today, because tomorrow is never promised. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by.